Hi everyone, I want to show you some gameplay of the Uliana monk in Season 22. So I tried this out recently on the PTR, and in Season 22 we got a nice buff to the Shenlongs, giving a 350% damage bonus now instead of 200, and we also have a big buff to Uliana's, giving us 77% damage reduction now. So this makes Uliana quite a bit better than before, on top of the Ganglu gear buff, which also gives 100% extra damage now, which is actually not shown here. But yeah, overall the build got boosted by, I don't know, maybe 7-8 tiers. Then you have the Shenlongs, which you can wear now because you can cube 2 weapons. And that gives the build probably like another 5 to 7 tiers or so. So the high-end pushing potential is somewhere at like 135 to 140. So it's like around 5 to 8 tiers behind Tempest Rush. Not really a top tier build, but for farming it's actually quite nice. So I tried this out, and because in farming you get these explosions from all the monsters dying, it's like, you know, proportionally a bit stronger than other builds because it benefits so much from actually killing enemies. And well, it works quite nicely. So I was trying my typical low-end level 25 gem Paragon 1k setup, and 105s was kind of the blast. So I went in there. It's not super fast, so I did like 4-minute runs, 4.5 minutes sometimes. Can be optimized a bit. For example, my cooldown reduction was not really where it should be, so you can go faster with dash, you can go faster with your 7-sided strikes, but in the end their setup is pretty decent, and definitely it comes down to the gameplay a bit as well. So the way this works is you need a lot of resources to activate Shenlongs, and when you have Shenlong buff you can explode everything, but there's an easy way to do that, and this is called the Laws of Seth in the cube here. So instead of any other armor slot, you just take this and the blind, so there's no cycling strike in the setup. On the upside we get some damage here as well. We can keep the Way of the 100 Fists with Assimilation as well. There is other generators to give you more resource, but you don't really need them. So I have seized the initiative here, which is quite helpful, and you can even drop this for alacrity for even more attack speed, but you shouldn't really need it. The blind itself, you can cast it every few seconds, and that will give you almost the entire resources that you need to activate Shenlongs. And then you just dash around, make some pulls, apply palms, and it goes boom. So it's quite enjoyable, and definitely something that I would recommend as well for next season. And maybe we even get some more buffs, because the build is still underperforming quite a bit, especially compared to other classes' top builds, and I believe there's, you know, quite some hype for Uliana, and a lot of people probably want to play this, and yeah, it's definitely on the weaker side still of the good builds. So, you know, something like a ×2 damage buff, bumping up by like maybe 4 or 5 tiers is definitely fine, and let's hope the Blizzard does that, and then Uliana can become like a really top tier like farming and pushing build. But for now, I'm gonna leave you with this 105 here, just to give you like an overview and an impression of the build. And also I have done some pushing with this, and I'm gonna show this at another time. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed this short overview here, and see you guys next time. I think the setup I have now is pretty decent, and you can make it quite a lot tankier by just changing your dash rune. I guess that would be a pretty decent option. Oh damn. Let's see if we can do this in 4 minutes. Guess it depends on the pilots a bit, because we have flavor built. Can we kill the Punisher? No. Okay, you can. Oh, that's my Shenlongs. That's a bummer. You have almost 3 million sheet damage like this. Wow. Assimilation and blinding flash. It's actually a nice speed farming with this. Like you're just punching and your clone starts killing them and you get the explosions everywhere. It's pretty cool. You can just blast the trash with your clone. Just some punching. Because he spreads your palms. Oh boy, let's go. Yeah, where are these guys? Oh boy. What sucks here? Is the dog stuck there? With illusions? Guess he might die there. No. Let's get the blue or what? Maybe not. Okay. When you look at the muscle memory for it after a while, you kind of understand how much spirit you have. Usually like the blind almost immediately gives you like 2/3 or so, roughly. I guess I don't get to use my power here. Guess you can just YOLO this here without blind. Yeah. Easy. Oh, let me TP. He's not TPing. We're gonna blast the boss actually with power. Let's go. My Stricken was never useful so far. I took Stricken and never used it. Because I had the guys. Maybe? Yeah, it's very close. I usually had the clones or I had power bar now, but 4.5 for 105. If you can do this reliably, it would be pretty nice, I guess. Can probably go faster and some good rifts.